Hello, people that how's all doing? Today I just want to put everybody straight. Anybody that talks this shite on the internet. Like, Ireland, just bear with me for a second, try and explain the best I can. Ireland is not a part of the UK. That's basically, everybody always says Ireland's a part of the UK. That is total bullshit. That is total bullshit. You're politically incorrect, and your history is incorrect too. And your geography too, if you don't have a clue. Because these people that don't have a clue, because they're Americans or Australians or something like that. We're not Australians, more like Americans. Americans, like, you don't understand. That is very insulting to an Irish person. It's very insulting to me, and it's very insulting to the families of people who fought for true freedom for Ireland and didn't go and cry out to the French or didn't go cry to the Spanish or any of them for any help during any wars or anything. So, Ireland. So basically, so Ireland is not a part of the UK. Full stop. As simple as that. And I'm going to give you 10 or 15 explanations why, because I can go on forever about why 10 100 reasons why that Ireland is not a part of the UK. First of all, we have our own national anthem. We don't have that God Save the Queen bullshit. Second of all, we have our own independent state that has its own flag, has its own has its own culture, basically. So that's really what we always did. But to be honest, the British came over and shot everybody that said we did. So anyway, we have our own language. We have our own press and we have our own government. We don't have a note of allegiance swear to the Queen of England or the King, whatever, whichever one. I don't even know if it's updated. It's just that, but anyway, it's just full stop. It could go on for hours. The reason why Ireland's not a part of the UK, I'm just going to tell you simply, is that because the UK treated the Irish people like dog shit, and that's as simple as that. They treated us like dog shit back in the 1800s, made millions of people die before the famine, then killed another million people during the famine, then stood back and done nothing, and let millions of people emigrate. And then during the 1916 Rising, they executed our heroes of 1916, the people who fought for true freedom, who didn't go crying to the French or any of them, just went out and fought without nearly any ammo, without any hope of winning. They went out and sacrificed themselves. And I wouldn't say an American person would do that. Without any ammo, and barely any ammo, it wouldn't even last you 5 minutes, I don't know. Like, it was ridiculous. They lasted for 6 days. 6 days. These heroes lasted for 6 days, and I don't know why people. And they got shot by the British government because of treason. And then the Irish War of Independence started. And then if anybody says that's total bullshit, so I'm just after saying, then they can really challenge me on that, because it's very incorrect what you're saying, and I'm very upset and I'm very annoyed about it. Like, the Irish War for Independence started, which the Irish Free State did win. The Irish Free State did win because the British government couldn't handle guerrilla warfare tactics, and Michael Collins himself, man himself, who absolutely terrorised the British Army and the Black and Tans and everybody. But the Black and Tans, I'm going to tell you, is very something. And if this was in America or Fatso and Germany, they wouldn't put up with it. If this was, they were fighting for freedom or anything. They burned people that were innocent out of their houses. They tortured so many innocent civilians because they couldn't find anybody else to torture and they were too afraid to fight the IRA. They massacred towns. They absolutely raped women. They were ruthless, the Black and Tans. But the flying columns taught a lesson to a good lot of them by absolutely guerrilla warfare styling them and just shooting them from a distance, then running away, shooting them back, and then running away again. Like, if the American army and nobody in, I don't even think the American Revolution was like that at all, because we didn't, like, Ireland wanted to be free, and everybody in Ireland wanted to be free back then. So that was really offensive to the people that died in the Civil War, the Irish War of Independence. The people who died for the Free State, the Irish Free State. People that died for the British Empire were pilot cuts anyway, so we're not going to care less about them. Black and Tans and the auxiliaries, they were like Hitler, because it was that bad. They're not even going to joke with us. Born in Cork, I think they burned alone. They burned a few other places. They burned loads of people to the death. They killed loads of people. They ransacked houses. They raped women. I can go on forever and ever. Then the Irish Civil War, which the Irish Free State won. And then Ireland got its independence in 1939, completely off the United Kingdom. So if anybody says that Ireland's not a part of the United Kingdom, then you are totally politically and utterly incorrect. And to call Ireland a puppet state of the United Kingdom is even more incorrect. And Northern Ireland is a part of the United Kingdom, but it won't be for much longer, to be honest. Because we're not going to, like, it is belong to Ireland and it's our territory. We're not a war country, and as simple as that. We fought for independence. America went to war with Afghanistan, Iran, and all them countries. This is what the weird thing is, and I'm going to tell you why the weird thing I'm talking about this is. It's because of a video I seen of Spike Fiker's Fiker, whatever. I subscribed to him, and I'm really very annoyed. It's about City Skylines, and he's trying to attack OT gaming, and he blew up Ireland with a meteor, and then he called it England too. And he said Ireland's a part of the United Kingdom, which is really, really offensive. I don't know how Americans don't understand how offensive that is. It's like me calling America some other name. Like, I wouldn't even call any country offensive. I'm going to tell you right here, right now. I don't like the British Army, and I don't like any of the. I still have hatred of the British Army, and I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to lie to you, because what they done to this country, you can still feel it to this day. People still there is people's grandfathers who were alive probably 2 or 3 years ago, and they would have told their sons and their daughters and everybody about the black and tans, how they used to come into their school or kick the teachers around the place and everything, terrorise innocent people. Like, they were told, like, don't worry, there's loads of videos about them just talking about the black and tans and how they used to just assault and everything. They used to be more worse than the IOA. At least the IOA wanted true freedom. They didn't want to be terrorising people, and that's what the black and tans wanted to do. And the simplest, and the British government should have been held to account. Now they should be nearly held to account now, still to this day. And that. Anyway, that's enough political talk. I'm just going to say that's the end of it. I don't want to hear any more of it. I'm going to leave the comments on, but please just be mindful. That is really, really offensive, and that could be taken up as racist, because is that just seriously bad that in this country it is taken as racism, and it can be. It's not in the constitution, but it is racist. So yeah, thank you for watching, subscribe more, and bye.